Hello and welcome to episode 14 of Crash Landing. So I've been working my way through the quest book to try and unlock technological revolution, and I made my way through most of Pneumatic Craft quest, but I have under more pressure to complete, and I'm guessing once I complete this, maybe it'll unlock the technological revolution. However, to do this quest, I have to make a few machines to basically make all of the stuff that I'm going to need to finish off this quest. So I thought, okay, well, I could do that. But then I was like, you know what? I'm sort of tired of taking my dirt from here, putting it in bottles, and putting in my little furnace here. Oh, why is that? That's a water bottle. Well, let's use that right now since my little pack is a little low. It works, but it's fairly manual. So it's like, you know what? Let's come up with a better way of doing things. And I had meant to set up the harvester recipe in the the crafting grid there, but I accidentally pulled it out. So I made a harvester because what I want to do is I want to set up a little tree farm. And over here, I have the recipe for the planter. As you can see, my inventory is just like jam-packed. So let's make something else that I wanted to make here. I wanted to make some better food. So I cooked up some toast, which is you take the dough, you cook it to make bread, then you put the bread back in the furnace to make toast, and then you can take this toast with a skillet and some firm tofu, and you can make a hamburger. Nummy. Oh, I can make some eggs too. They're not that good. Not worth it. Not worth it. Now what I can also do is, let's do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Let's do 10 for now. I can slap some cheese on there. And so if I had, and then, I can, let's do another 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Slap some cheese on that one too. And then, you know what? Let's do one more just to get rid of all my cheese. And then I'll take we'll take 11 of those and we'll make them bacon cheeseburgers this is all just using the firm tofu. And as you can see, they're going to heal you up 4.5 meat sticks versus 4 for this, and versus 3.5 for the hamburger. And a lot of saturation, right? So the little meat sticks beneath it are the saturation value. So when you're eating bacon cheeseburgers, it's much better overall. So I'm going to keep 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm actually just going to put the hamburgers away for now. I'm just going to hold on to 5 cheeseburgers for now. They should tide me over for a while. And I'm going to get rid of that, and that's all the food stuff. I don't really need that right now. I'm going to eat my mixed salad. And then once I get back down on hunger, I'll eat that. So I also wanted to make a planter. So I've got a planter and a harvester, and that's good. And I've set up a spot where I can actually do basically set these up. But to do this, you can use like pipes and stuff to, move the inventories around and stuff like that. But I thought I would start looking into Steve's Factory Manager. Now, I haven't really used Steve's Factory Manager, so I am not an expert by any means. So this is going to be a learning experience for all of us. But it's a really powerful mod on basically, it's really an inventory management mod. It's basically what it does is it'll manage inventory. It'll move items from one inventory to another, but it will also allow you to craft items. It'll allow you to do all sorts of things with all of the different items that are capable of doing different things. But for right now, you just need the machine inventory manager, and this is sort of the brains of the operation, and you don't even need to power this. So really it just took some redstone and some iron. So I could have got started in Steve's Factory Manager a lot earlier, and I'll probably do some more stuff with it later on. But let's make some cable, because I'm going to need that. I hope I have enough. What did it need for the cable? I need 4 more glass. Hopefully I have enough. Hopefully I have enough cable. I guess we'll find out. I think that's all that I needed right now. Yeah, I think we're okay. It's nighttime. Let's go ahead and sleep, so I don't have to worry about mobs making noise and stuff. Oh, I don't know. I ran this power line over here, and I've powered the pulverizer. I'm actually out of cobble right now. I need to bring some more cobble over to start basically breaking down some more cobble and stuff. But yeah, so this is all powered. Everything has power. We're full up on power. We're not using a lot of power at the moment, so we're in good shape. I've got a full thing of witch water because I stopped putting sand in there, so I could make some more soul sand. Let's go ahead and drop a stack of sand in there. We'll make some more soul sand. I think I might just have to. I can recycle that back into there if I need to, but I'll be making some more. So over here, I just got to set up a little patch of dirt. This is just going to be simple tree farm, and my plan here is, let's see. Whoa, oops! I did not mean to fall. Okay. Well, I might as well put the planter down. I ran some cables and stuff over. So the planter needs to go here. The planter needs to be 1 block below where everything's going to get planted. So that's good. That's set up. It has power. It is ready to go. If I threw some saplings or seeds in there, it would start planting away. The basic planter will only do basically 1 block around it, and you have to basically put an upgrade in to increase the radius. And I'm not going to do that right now, but what I do need to do is, because I need to attach, this. So this cable, think of this as like, like cable. This is going to be like the connecting cable for Steve's carts, or not Steve's carts, Steve's factory. I'm on a pipe. Steve's factory manager. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to put cable up here. Over here. Ooh, am I going to have enough? Ooh, I'm not going to have enough. I'm 1 short. I'm going to have to make another one. And I guess I can put... yeah, for now, until I get some more cable, I'll put this here. So, oh no, I can't put that there. Ooh, never mind. I have to put... I guess I got to break it. I have to put this here. I'm going to turn it around. Nope. There we go. All right, so this is the harvester. It's powered. It's ready to go. Once there's trees in here, it will harvest away, and we'll do a test run. When it harvests items, it'll fill up with some sludge. The items will go in this chest, and we're going to use Steve's factory manager to tell stuff where it needs to go. I'm going to... I'll be back in a second. I'm going to make some more cable, and so let me be back in a second. Okay, so I made 8 more cables. We're in good shape. So I needed at least 1 more to go here, and then let's go here like so, and then I'll put the factory manager on there. That should be good enough. Let's just fill the rest of this in with dust because I may need to get up though, so we'll see. We'll see if I need to get up in a second. But so what I want to do here is I need to manage the inventory. So stuff's going to come into this chest. This is automatically going to output into the chest. I don't really need to control any of this inventory. So the way Steve's factory manager works is I need to create an input. Okay? And create an output. So the basics of Steve's factory manager is if I choose an input, right? So I have all these inventories available to me because they're all on the cable connected to this brain of the operation. If I choose this as my input, okay, and choose a target, well, let's choose down. Not going to worry about that. Items. And I can like whitelist or blacklist items. And I'm just going to put blacklist for now. And basically everything that comes into this chest, I'm going to want to pull out. That's sort of my plan. I think this is going to work. Okay. And for output, I can put inventories of fluid transposer and planter. Okay. Is that going to work? Give me a second. Let me do something really simple here. Okay, so we will output to the fluid transposer. Actually, we'll output to the planter first. I'll do this. There's probably an easier way to do this, but I'll output to the planter first. Okay, and target of the planter is I don't know, down. We'll put down for now. Items. We can whitelist items here. That'll be fine. Okay, and we'll whitelist items here for now. Okay, so we have an input, we have an output. This is our input. The planter is going to be the output, and what I need to do is grab some saplings. Do I have some saplings? I gotta have some saplings. All right, let's be careful with our saplings, and I think I have some bone meal on me. Okay. So this will work. This should work. Let's put the sapling here. What we'll do is I'm going to bone meal up this sapling just to make sure my harvester is working. Okay, that didn't want to go up. This will work. This will work. Run, 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 run. Okay. So the harvester's working. This should give me some saplings and stuff. Okay, good. All right. So now I have some saplings and I have some wood. So what I can do is come over to my Steve's Factory Manager. I can go to items and I want to whitelist. We can go with sapling. So you can choose oak saplings. Okay. And I'm just going to close that for now. I'm going to go to my output and I want items. I want to whitelist oak saplings. Okay. And so now I want to connect them up. And now it's telling me that there's no direction is active. And so I got to go to inventory. Target should be fine. Give me a second here. Okay, I think I'm going to remove this trigger here. Okay. So the issue that I was having is big explosion. I had to choose a side. So I chose the bottom side of the chest and I chose the bottom side of the planter. You have to click activate to get rid of that error. So you can deactivate it, which gives you an error, and you can activate it. So that works. You can change the name of this output to, I could put planter, so that I know, what, and this input here, I can change the name of the input here to, wooden chest. This is just sort of like for your information, so you kind of know what's going where. And the basics of this is once I give this a trigger, it should basically pull, based on whatever your trigger you've given it, it will pull items from the wooden chest and put them in the planter. So if I click on my trigger, you can choose an interval. So I could say every second it'll look in the chest and it'll pull items in. You can do it on interval. You can do it on redstone control. So I could choose redstone receivers, interval, redstone sides, analog redstone. So there's all sorts of redstone stuff you could do, and block update detector. So there's all sorts of things you can do with it, but for this is just going to be very simple. And okay, how do I want to get rid of you for now. Connections. We'll go back to on interval. Okay, so on interval, just every second it'll check if there is a oak sapling. If I connect these up like so, you need to connect these up, and so basically it's sort of like a simple logic diagram. So every second it's going to check the wooden chest. If there's a sapling in it, it's going to put it in the planter, I think. So let's see. If I put a sapling, there you go. It automatically goes into the planter. And so it will only go if there's space. Okay? So if there's no space in the planter, so if I fill up the rest of this with dust, and I were basically to get enough saplings, if I were to get enough saplings to basically fill up, so all the saplings that are coming in are automatically going into the planter and getting planted, as you can see. And so as they're growing, they're going to get chopped down into wood and more saplings. So what I want to do is I want to get a few saplings going on here first before I think about doing anything else. And so now we're starting to collect a stockpile of saplings. But once we have a stack of saplings in here, then the saplings will stop going into the planter. So that's one way that we can do this. Now, the other way that I could do this is I could have saplings come from like another source. So I can also, eventually what I'm going to want is I'm going to want saplings and leaves to go into my fluid transposer after I toggle this. Let's do this again, get some more saplings going here. Getting some apples too. That was a big tree. Wow. Should get a lot of saplings out of that one. Yeah, so you might notice when you get like larger trees with the MFR harvester is that sometimes leaves will break before the planter breaks them, and that means that there's a chance that you'll get random saplings popping down. So that's another decent sized tree. So we're already up to 18 saplings from just a few trees getting cut down. There's another one. We'll probably get some more saplings. So if I pop these 5 saplings in, and there we go. We're already up to half a stack. We got a couple lucky trees. So what else I want to do, of course, is I want to do something with the wood as well. So I want the wood to basically come into one of the chests. So I don't want you in there. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to take one of the wooden logs and go that. I'm going to lock the chest so that there's always wooden logs present for that one. I'm going to take one of these saplings, I guess 2 of these saplings, and I'm going to lock the chest there with the sapling. And I'm going to take an apple, and I'm going to put it on the end one for now. I'm going to lock the chest with the apple. And what else I want is I want shear leaves. So I'm going to shear leaves on one of these trees. And when you shear leaves, I don't know if you get any saplings. It doesn't look like it. Let's try one more. Maybe you get a few. Let's see, I have 32 in there. I didn't see any saplings come in here, so yeah, you're not getting any saplings when you're shearing the leaves. So I may have to set up a second farm that'll keep generating saplings. For now, I'm just going to keep getting the saplings because I need it to stockpile on them. So what I want to do is I also want to have the leaves. Oops, no, stop. There we go. And I'll have the leaves go into one of these barrels. So what I really want for this output, rather than just outputting from the wooden chest to the planter, I want to output to all of these objects. And so rather than, I'm going to take the trigger off so that I stop doing this for now. So the wooden chest is my starting point. And rather than whitelisting, I'm going to blacklist. I'm going to delete that. I'm going to blacklist nothing. Okay? That means everything should come out of everything should come out of the chest. And for inventories, what I'm going to do is I'm going to select the 4 better barrels, and I'm going to deselect the planter. Okay, so I'm just going to output everything to these barrels. So whenever anything comes in, it should go into its appropriate barrel, no problem. And so once I put the trigger in, inventories, target, does it matter? That should be the wooden chest. That should be fine. The text doesn't matter. This is barrels. Let's deactivate down and go with, I don't know. South activate. Does that work? What way is this? That's south. This is east. Target east. Activate. Does that work? Are you not working? Why are you not working? Why you no work? I have no blacklist. Inventories. Okay, that should be fine. Items. Oh, ha! That's why. Blacklist, remove the sapling. That was my problem. I'm an idiot. And there you go. All the items come into the barrels. And so everything that comes out of the harvester will go into that chest, and then will get distributed amongst the barrels. And then what I can do is I can then select, where I want stuff to go. Let's see if I do this. Come on, there we go. Oh, I'm harvesting leaves right now still, right? No, I should have saplings. They should go there. They should go. Oh, okay. I'm blacklisting those, so I need to delete that. Okay, that's why those weren't going. So now they'll go over there. Okay, so now we're in good shape. We are collecting the oak saplings. We're collecting everything into the barrels. Now what I want to do is I want to create another inventory. I want to create another input. And this input I want to make should be, that's wood, that should be. And so you can tell how far away, this gives you the coordinates. So if you kind of know how far away you are from this thing, you can basically decide which crate it is. And I'm gonna, I don't know, east activate, should be fine. And I'll blacklist that for now. And then I need another output. And this is just really simple sort of stuff. And I'm gonna definitely go to there. And my output will be the fluid transposer. Actually, planter, sorry. It'll be the planter. So this is where I'm going to get my saplings from. And the target will be down. That works. And I can just leave it on blacklist now because the only thing that's in here is saplings, so that's the only thing that will move. So I don't even need to do that. I'll create a trigger, and my trigger, I'll just keep it set at, once every second. It'll check and see, if there's a sapling, and if there is, it'll send it to the planter, and that should work. Inventory should be right. Down, activate. I don't think that should matter. Items, blacklist, nothing. Output, planter. Activate items, blacklist, nothing. Hello. You should be working. Why are you not working? What am I doing wrong? I apologize. I am terrible at this. Like I said, I've never done any of this before. Okay, so all the saplings go here. Why are all the saplings not going? Inventory, 1 second, connections. Redstone control, block update, input, inventories. Do I have the right inventory? Use position range, variable filter. I don't think I need that. Deactivate. Deactivate. Activate. Inventories is the planter. Items. Shouldn't have to whitelist. Blacklist, whitelist. Ook. Why you no work? Give me a second to figure this out. Sorry about that. Aha, I think I had the wrong barrel. I was telling you about where you can see the barrel. It should be, this is the closest. Next, so it should be this barrel. Okay, and there, that worked. Wrong barrel. So I don't even need I shouldn't need, you just have to do it right. Once you do it right, you're in okay shape. So, oh, no, I need to delete the oak sapling, and therefore, now once oak saplings come in, they will go into here, and once this gets to full, then oak saplings will start filling up this barrel. But until that happens, it'll fill up the planter. It'll keep filling up the planter. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to let it run until it fills up the planter. And I will be back. I'm going to go grab some more bone meal, but I'll be back. I grabbed my watering can, and I'm going to eat my first bacon cheeseburger. Yum. I have a ton of bone meal, so it doesn't really matter. The watering can is virtually free at this point, though, so. Now, the problem with this sort of layout is that as multiple things grow, you get lots of wood, but you don't tend to get lots of saplings. So, we'll see. And so we are at 54, 53, 55, so we're getting there. We're almost there. And as you can see, this is a really easy way to get wood. And power-wise, we shouldn't be really using too much power. I don't think it's going to use too much of our power, so we should be in okay shape. 59. So close. So close. I don't think I need you here. Come on, grow plants. I ran out of dust, huh? The watering can's doing its work. Whoa, I'm inside of a tree. That was pleasant. Oh, we're at 61, so we're almost there. And so once we get above 64, basically what'll happen is I'll start collecting saplings in the barrel, and they'll stay in the barrel until there's space for them to move. So it will actively look to see if there's space. See, now I have 17 saplings in here, and we're getting more and more. Wow, there's a ton there. So basically we're starting to collect saplings. And so once we have a surplus of saplings, I can start shearing leaves. And I'm gonna have to like switch it back and forth unless I may set up another small farm to collect saplings and one small farm to collect leaves. So I may do that. But then what I want to do is I want to create another input, and another output. And I'll connect them up. And they're going to be angry, but that's okay. And for this inventory, I want it to be the leaves, which is apples. No. Yeah. It's this is closest, this is second closest. So it's this barrel, that's the leaves. Okay. And target down, activate items, blacklist. Should be fine. My output is going, I'm getting better at this. Will be the fluid transposer. The target will be down, activate, and I will blacklist. That is fine. As for a trigger, what we will do is we'll keep it as the 1 second because I don't really need to do anything different. And every 1 second, it will check to see if there is a space for the leaves to go. And this should be working as long as my bottom piece is blue. Okay, so I have to be accepting from the bottom because that's where I said I was accepting from. You can change, I could have changed it to any side, and it doesn't have to correspond to where the cable is. It'll activate any of the sides, where as long as it's touching the machine. And so what it's going to do is it has power because I've put the power cables over there, and it'll pull the leaves whenever there's any leaves in here. It'll constantly fill up this with leaves and make water. And then I'm just going to pop the hardened energy tank on the top, and then once we have it's starting to go into this hardened energy tank, so this 16 basically 16 buckets of water will fill up here, and then once this whole inventory is full plus this is full, then it'll completely stop grabbing leaves and making water. So not too bad. I've got automatic production here. My only issue is that when you shear the leaves, you don't get saplings. So I could go the slow route, and you can also basically make water out of the saplings. It's just it's a little bit slower than if you're making it out of the leaves. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to let this run. I'm going to build up a bunch of saplings. I'm going to have to upgrade the wood barrel because this is going to fill up relatively quickly. I will end up with a ton of wood. Wood will never be an issue for me going forward. So I'm not going to have to worry about any more wood issues running this. And eventually maybe I'll upgrade the size of the farm a little bit, and and I'll basically upgrade it piecemeal. I'll start upgrading it a little bit at a time, and I'll just start adding more of these wooden barrels along that I can then collect different crops and stuff, so I can start automatically growing different crops and collecting them. So yeah, that was sort of my plan for this episode. It was a little slow and painful. I apologize. I haven't really used Steve's Factory Manager. This is really the basics. This is the basics of Steve's Factory Manager. This is the simplest part of Steve's Factory Manager. There is a lot more that you can do with Steve's Factory Manager. You can create conditions, flow controls, liquid inputs, liquid outputs. So you can do stuff with liquids. So I could do stuff with this water. I could instead of having the water in this tank, or if I put this tank somewhere else, I could basically then, or if I were to somehow connect up this so that it was attached to one of these cables, I could then access this tank and do stuff with liquids. So you could do things with liquids. The other thing you can do, you can create a redstone emitter, redstone conditions, container variables, create for each loop, and it can create an autocrafter. And so I could have it autocraft wood planks if I wanted to. And so there's all sorts of things that you can do with Steve's Factory Manager, and basically I can have this run my entire operation. And maybe we'll start doing a little more with Steve's Factory Manager going forward. But now that I have some water generation going on and I don't really have to worry about that anymore, now I can just come over here and pick up some water as I'm, dehydrating right now. Let me put that on. I'm in bad shape as my temperature is going up. I'm going to suffer heat stroke here in a second. And let's fill that up. All right, so we're in better shape now. We'll fill that one up too. Constant issue here is the water. And I can just fill up 3 more bottles. And I'm going to keep generating water as long as I generate leaves. But I'm going to let this collect a bunch of saplings first before I move on with more leaf collection. It's already basically gone through all my leaves, so they're all in. And yeah, and so the transposer when it makes the water, it generates oak saplings as well from leaves. And so what I can do with that is I could then create another input, which would be these oak saplings, and I could have them pulled out into the barrel. Let's do that quickly here before we end. Very quickly, I need to create another input, and I need to create an output. And my input is the fluid transposer. And I need to, where am I outputting red? It is on this side, so it's facing south. So I'm outputting red onto the south. So south, activate, okay. And I'll blacklist because I want to pull all of that out. And my input where I'm going to be putting the saplings is they are chest. There is the wood, so that's the saplings. No, that is the saplings there. Right? I'm so confused. No, that's the saplings, right? And I don't think it matters on these, but let's call it east. And I got a blacklist, and so I can connect these up. There's nothing there, no errors, and I can connect it to the trigger, and it should, yes, pull the saplings out. So it's gone through all the leaves, and now I got over a stack of saplings, and basically I've automated my little mini tree farm using Steve's Factory Manager, and this is just the beginning. So this mod is it's a really powerful mod. I'm going to be playing around with it a lot. I should say playing. I'll be bumbling around with it a lot. I really don't know what I'm doing with it. And yeah, so anyway, I hope you enjoyed this little brief introduction to Steve's Factory Manager. I will possibly expand my farm between this episode and the next. Probably not. I'm not exactly sure what I'm going to do. I need to start making some machines so that I can start doing this final quest, right? Because I need to make a kinetic compressor. Looked at this last time. Kinetic compressor requires hardened glass, and to make hardened glass I need an induction smelter so that I can get pulverized obsidian and lead to make that hardened glass. And I'm also going to need to make compressed iron is easy. The machine frames I have. I need to make PRC LX300 logic expansion card, which means I need to take these LX100 expansion cards, which I've showed you how to make in the past, from these unassembled PCBs, which you combine with your transistors and capacitors, and you make these unassembled PCBs. You can make them in machines from PneumaticCraft, which I have not started, or you can take an empty PCB, put it in a UV light box, and then drop it in acid to basically make your PCB. And then once you have that, of course, as we saw, to make that kinetic compressor, you then have to combine that, two of those with, or sorry, one logic expansion card with two printed circuit boards. So I'm going to need 3 printed circuit boards to make a PRC LX300 logic expansion card with some fluxed electrum ingots, which I will have to make from pyrotheum dust and fluxed electrum blend and flux electrum blend. Blah, 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 blah. Blah, blah, blah. I need electrum blend, and I need a fluid transposer with destabilized redstone in it. So that means I will need a crucible furnace. Not a crucible furnace. It's a magmatic crucible. Sorry, I'm going to need a... Is that not it? It's a magma crucible. Is that right? Magma crucible. That to cook up the redstone to make liquid redstone, and then I'm going to have to put that in fluid transposer. And then to make the pyrotheum, I'm going to need blaze powder. This is easy to make. I have all of this. So pulverized coal is easy to make. So and I can get some sulfur out of that. I think I might have some sulfur laying around from somewhere. I'll be able to get sulfur, no problem. So yeah, so it's going to be a long process. Maybe next time we'll build all those machines that we're going to need. I'm going to need a magma crucible. I'm going to need an induction smelter, and I'm going to need. I already have a fluid transposer, so I'm okay there. So I need those 2 machines so that I can sort of basically make this one item and hopefully progress in the quest logs. So next time, that's probably what we'll end up doing. I'll try and gather all the stuff together so that we can get that done right away. And hopefully we'll have a decent supply of wood and saplings and stuff by then, and then I don't have to really worry too much anymore about putting stuff in my little furnace that I made early on. That furnace with the lava, since you have access to unlimited lava, it is a very, very efficient way of cooking things. So don't neglect it early on. But now that we're at a stage where we have lots of resources and stuff, there's no reason for us to continue manually doing stuff. I could even automate it. Oh wow, apples and everything. That big tree just doesn't want to collect everything. The bigger the tree, the worse off you are. So I could even automate, using Steve's Factory Manager, the filling up of water bottles, and possibly there's a way that I could even have it, basically fill up camel packs, and there's maybe even an automatic way that I could have it fill up my camel pack. So we'll look into doing stuff like that. This Steve's Factory Manager is really powerful. It's not all that expensive. Really, a block of redstone and some iron. I'm not sure if that's just special to this pack or if that's the standard for it. But yeah. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed this episode. I learned a lot, and hopefully you did too. So anyway, if you're enjoying the series, please don't forget to click that like button, as it helps out my channel a lot. Also, if you could leave a comment in the comment section below telling me what you like or what you don't like about my channel, about this series, or about what you'd like to see next. Please just communicate with me by putting comments in my comment section. That also helps out my channel a ton. It will help boost me in search engines, and will just help me be more successful so that I can be more successful for you. Anyway, until next time, Delgar out.